What's up, Frenchie fam? Can you guys all hear me? Can you guys hear me in here?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, what's up, Ace?
Dog.
Give it a second here. So I'm just gonna be in here answering questions and just giving a bit of an update. It's more of like a relaxed thing. It's not really announced or anything. My bad, I'm late. I totally forgot it was a long weekend, so I was stuck with family for a bit. But I'm here right now. Pretty much, quick update on the DAO. So we're putting together a group of people that will pretty much be the contact, like the main contact with us and the DAO community. So we have a couple people we're going through. We're just adding them into a group chat, and how it'll work basically is they'll be kind of interacting with the community. The community will bring up ideas and suggestions, and pretty much there's going to be 30K to start, so that'll be available tonight or tomorrow for pretty much you guys to spend however you want. This is like in addition to all the stuff that we're still going to be doing, so this is all you guys pretty much. However you guys want to go about it, whatever you guys want to do with it, it's all the community's decision. So there'll be polls, everyone will have input, and then once something's finally agreed on, we go ahead with it. And so that there will be an official announcement on that tonight or in the morning. And then a couple other things we're working on. So I talked about it briefly yesterday or last night, if anyone was in the chat, but the marketplace. So we're working on our marketplace. I can't give any timelines like at the moment because nothing's really set in stone yet. But we're working on a marketplace, and we're planning on doing something similar to the listing, like the higher tax on certain listings above or under a certain price. So all that'll go back to either royalties or the DAO. We did see today that FTX actually there was talk about FTX not listing any NFT projects that do soul rewards. So that'll be something that you guys will all decide whether we want to continue doing the soul rewards or if we want to be listed on FTX. I'm not sure if that was set in stone yet, but I did see a lot of talks about that. I'll see if I can pull it up right now for you guys. But in the meantime, anybody can hop in, like talk in the chat. It's not going to be like raise your hand like the AMAs. This is just more of a relaxed thing. So anybody can talk, chime in, say whatever you guys want, answer whatever questions you guys have.
Yo, what's good, AMG? It's Ace.
What's up, Ace?
Yo, so I just had a question regarding like the marketplace and shit like that. So like, how would trading like I don't really see no trading platforms anywhere on Solana or if you know of any. I don't know. Like, is there anywhere to trade in Solana, and is that something that could be implemented into a marketplace to sort of like provide incentive for like outsiders to come in and be like, oh shit, let's use this marketplace because we could do trades here.
By trading, you mean like other coins, like an exchange?
Trading like NFTs. Like, what if
Oh,
someone wanted to
trading like
trade like a Frenchie for a Soul Snatcher, or a Soul Snatcher for a Rogue Shark, or three Frenchies for a Degenerate Ape or some shit?
I haven't seen that either, to be honest, at all.
And I just feel like something like that, like it just boom. I see people all the time like, oh shit, I want to trade, but there's no middleman. And before Solana, I was fucking with CNFT, and they have an escrow service, and like it's cool as an escrow service, but like if there was a platform on a website where you could just go and just do that shit and charge like
do a
what, like
straight
point
trade.
point oh one soul or point something soul, like over time, like if you get volume, bro, like that shit'll add up, and like, it'll just go back into a community pool, back into the actual project, etc. Like it's just
Yeah, that's a
another
great
branch.
idea.
But I don't know if that's possible because I don't know how the technicals will go into that on the coding side. But I definitely feel like from a volume standpoint and market standpoint, it definitely would
100%. I'll bring that up with the dev
be
too.
a new avenue. But yeah, no,
I'll,
I just wanted to mention that.
no, I'll definitely mention that to the dev because I am thinking about that right now, and I've never seen. Maybe if you guys have seen a place that allows you to trade, let me know. But I don't think I've ever seen on Sol or ETH or any platform
Yeah,
like a
and might
trading
as well get
service.
to it first. Like, why not be like the first to get to it before like somebody else does?
100%.
But
That's a really good idea, man. I want to write that down.
yeah, definitely just wanted to throw that out there. And if I definitely have some other shit I want to say. I'm gonna think of it though, so I'll let somebody else come in and say some shit.
Yeah, anybody can hop in. Anybody can be active, talking. You don't need any permissions. You just gotta unmute your mic.
Anybody here? Anybody got some questions?
I can comment more on some other stuff too, because I know there's kind of an elephant in the room, or everyone's a little nervous on what's going on. I'm here at nights, like around this time, 11:30. Today was different because it's a long weekend where I am, so I was with family.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone is from Canada, happy Thanksgiving.
Shit from Canada?
Yeah, I'm from Canada. The other team members are from all over the place, though. So pretty much, what's that? Sorry.
No, I said so. You guys like pretty much dispersed. Like you guys, I thought you guys were like close to each other.
Some are, but there's two of us in Canada, and the rest are in the U.S.
Gotcha. That's what's up. But what were you saying?
So pretty much, I'm here in the evenings. Other members are gonna be here more. I'm working on kind of trying to, because there's a lot of moving parts. So like for artists, for example, for when we need art done, or if we're trying to work on something, we're in contacts with our artists and stuff like that. But everybody kind of needs to be on the same page. So he's good, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm straight up. I'm here every night. The whole team, I would say right now, isn't on the same page. So although like the things that we are saying we are doing is getting done, it's not getting done as fast as I would like it to get done. So I'm working on kind of restructuring things. So taking over certain aspects or making whatever changes needed to be changed. I'm not trying to FUD or anything and say like no one's doing anything or anything like that, because we're all still working. It's just some aren't moving as fast as others, and because it's all moving pieces, it kind of affects other things. So there's still stuff going on. We have the DAO for you guys to kind of start doing your thing, because you guys have all been killing it, and the community here is like unmatched. I'm doing everything in my power to make sure like I don't let you guys down, and this project I know can really go above and beyond, because the art is sick, the community is sick, like everybody's on the same page. So I'm still here. Like I know there's a lot of FUD saying devs ghosted, devs aren't active, this and that. I'm still here. I'm getting rid of one of my businesses right now, just so I could focus more on this. So doing this and taking this to the next level.
Hey guys,
And
do you hear
then,
me?
yeah, we could hear you,
Yes.
man.
Good, great. Finally figured out how to turn the mic on.
Yeah, for anyone else trying to figure out, it's the in the middle button if you're on mobile, the mic. If there's a slash through it, then you're muted. Click it and you'll unmute, and then we could hear you.
Right. So, regards to structure, that's actually, I think, the biggest concern, because people, they're just not aware of what's happening and when anything will be posted, etc. So I thought maybe if it would be possible to maybe set some certain deadlines for some you know
You cut out there for me. I don't know if you cut out there for anyone else, but we don't have you anymore.
do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Right. So I thought, would it be possible to set some deadlines, for some of the achievements that you would like to propose, and that way people could, follow through and see what's going on and what is planned and what is happening, because I think the uncertainty and the fact that nobody knows where the project is going is the main reason why people are so, scared and, and selling for such low or ridiculous prices. I'm not
For
complaining.
sure.
I bought
No,
today.
Yeah, go ahead.
I bought today, but if this keeps going on, then I think more people will leave and less will come to this project. So I think some deadlines would be cool.
For sure. I completely understand, and I 100% agree with you, especially for a lot of people like the European community. They probably don't see that I'm in chat around this time, and so they probably don't hear too much. You guys might hear some snorting in the background. It's just my dog. But yeah, I completely agree with you. So there's going to be deadlines set in place on our end, and then we're pretty much going to do a big write-up announcement tomorrow morning. It'll probably be posted tomorrow midday, and that'll just kind of rerun through things, give an update on the roadmap. So we are updating the roadmap. I'm in contacts with the dev that's working on that right now, so he is gonna give me a good update tonight, and then I'll pass that along to you guys. Breeding is still 100% happening. We can do that. Like, that's pretty much ready to go. We just don't know if it's the right time right now. Like right now, I don't think would be the right time. If the community wants to, we could drop that. But we kind of want to make sure everything is perfect, or not perfect, but as good as it could be before we make any major announcements or let you guys know what other things are in the works. Just because we've seen from previous examples, like if something changes, it causes a lot of FUD. For example, like the rewards, like this is pretty much the same kind of thing as staking, same concept, but because we made that last minute change, there was a lot of FUD in the chat, and a lot of people just had a bad taste in their mouth. So I completely get that. So I understand that. I'm working on kind of changing that for everyone and bringing back the good. The chat has good energy, but the good energy from all aspects.
All right, good. Thanks for that.
And then we could talk about anything really right now. So I noticed that Clyde was here.
What's going on?
What's up, man? I don't know how much the community knows, but if you wanted to give a kind of a quick rundown on what you were working on, we can get some opinions on that.
Is that cool? Am I allowed to talk about what I've been chatting with you guys about?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a DAO voice chat, and this is a community, so we could. I would go into it. Don't go too deep into it because we still want to save some surprises, but we can give them a understanding of what's
Just tease
going
them a
on.
little bit. Give them like a little verbal strip tease, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man, all right. Sounds a little raunchy. I'm into it. Okay, for everyone that can hear, I've been chatting with a small group of devs about putting together like a play to earn game, essentially. I'm gonna lead the development. I don't want to go into too much detail about what the game is, how it's going to function, or anything like that, but it will essentially incentivize people to interact with the community more, be more involved with their Frenchies. Yes, Clyde's an Aussie. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to reveal too much. I want to keep it a little risque, like stipples through a wet t-shirt. You can't see everything, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's essentially
You're
what's
working
going on.
though.
I'm chatting with the guys, with the team, about putting together a game for everyone to get involved in, and it's I know a lot of people watching me drop like hints and teasers of an MMO. That's not what that is. The MMO was like a personal project that I was doing for the community, and now that I'm chatting with the devs, it's actually something else. Yes, W for reading that, Clyde. What's up? So yeah, I still kind of want to work on the MMO a little bit, just to give everyone kind of a place to hang out while everything else kind of gets put together and the pieces of the puzzle fall in line. But I was thinking maybe instead of an MMO, because it's still going to be a pretty big project, that we can maybe use some of the DAO and get some of you guys involved for just a Minecraft server or something. If we ever get on chat, we can just get everyone in to a Minecraft server, hang out there, just kind of build shit together, talk trash, keep the community involved. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm just chatting with the guys about putting the game together. It's going to be hopefully more of a play to earn mechanic. Going to incentivize people to get involved with their Frenchies that they own. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to reveal too much. I want to keep it.
Love it, Clyde. Love it. Love it. If anyone has any kind of ideas or suggestions that they want to give to Clyde too, I'm sure Clyde would be happy to hear that as well.
Yeah, drop any ideas. I'm looking at general right now, so I can feed any questions through to the DAO chat. So if you got any suggestions for me, drop them in the general right now, and I'll speak about it.
Amazing.
Yo,
And yeah, go ahead.
yo, Clyde, if you need any assets made, I can make some assets for that too.
What's going on? Who am I talking to? Who's this?
Oh, this is Winner.
Cheering.
NGYNR.
Cheer.
Winner. That's the next point I wanted to bring. You guys, about Winner is making some crazy 3D renderings. Pretty much what I wanted to touch on was I love this, like the community is strong. I love supporting the community. So, for example, with Clyde, if anyone has anything that they think they can contribute or want to contribute, like whatever work we're doing, I would much rather go bring that work to the community than wherever else it would be. So shoot me a DM. If you can't DM me, send me a friend request or send me a message saying you can't DM me, just because some people can, some people can't, I guess. But yeah, go ahead, Winner.
Oh, I mean, that was it. Like, I can help out with making assets and stuff. I've been also making all the 3D stuff anyways,
Yeah, man. Well, I'm not like super adept with Blender. I've just been using Blender. I've been doing a bit of rigging today on some of the model. Well, the base model that I've got for the Frenchies. So, absolutely, man. Jump in my DMs and we can work together on like some of the traits and stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But
I'm
you
already
keep doing
making
you.
Squid Games over here.
Yeah, Jaren.
Oh, I have a question. So about the community wallet, when is that going to be actually like revealed, and so that way the community can actually see the funds in there and whatnot?
So that will be in the morning. We were doing it earlier today, but so we're gonna pretty much run it off a KuCoin wallet, so that way, like the community is gonna have full access. So let's say, I don't know, let's say we want to convert some of it to Sol for whatever reason. Sol's going up, Sol's going down. You want to convert, like you guys can make changes. Like as long as the community agrees, you guys can make changes. You guys can convert it to whatever coins and we'll pay for whatever need be. So instead of having a bunch of Sol, we're transferring it all onto a KuCoin wallet, so that KuCoin wallet will be available. They just had their Sol deposits down today. So I'm checking right now to see if that's back up. If that is, then I can get that to you guys tonight. If not, it'll be in the morning or sometime afternoon.
Yeah, because that would help out the community a lot. I've been seeing a lot of people, like, where is
For
that?
sure. Like
Where's
it's
the
gonna be
merch?
all
Where's that merch
transparent.
sales
Like,
going?
For sure. It's gonna be all like they could see the full balance, they could see the wallet, they could see everything. So it'll be good.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Now we can.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering. So have you guys chosen somebody who can represent the community DAO and try to the one who actually runs the whole thing and has more spends more time into it? Because I think the devs are busy, quite busy during the day, and there's a lot of times where they're not in the Discord itself.
Yeah. So I've got a couple people that I'm contacting. You're one of them. So I talked to like a lot of people in the community, gave some suggestions. I'm just waiting for everyone to add me back if we're not already friends, so I can make a group chat with everyone. But yeah, anybody that wants to kind of be a part of that or feels like they would have something that they'd like to provide, just shoot me a DM. Like,
Yeah, that would be awesome. Because I've been in quite a few Discord channels, and there's marketing strategies that actually work. Just for example, like giving like a list of 10 IDs on the floor that people has to purchase, and giving away 2 or 3 friendlies to random buyers and things like that. And for these activities to happen, I think we just have to constantly, daily, for more people to spend time on Discord and try to keep going this. Because it's good that we have like a pay-to-earn game and things coming up, but it's quite a long-term thing. And for now, I think mainly what the community needs is confidence. And for confidence to happen, there has to be constant participation by the dev members. And that's why I think having some people who represent the DAO that are also partially recognized as devs to newcomers, that will really build confidence in the project.
I think we lost you at the last bit there. I can't hear you right now. I don't know if anyone else can.
No, can't.
Yeah, I lost them.
All right, sorry. I'm just in a cafe outside, so.
No worries. Yeah, we lost the last bit of what you were saying, but I completely agree. So the DAO leaders, I guess we could call them, they'll be in constant contact with the devs, so they'll be able to pass on any. So pretty much, they'll all get a role, so we'll know who's who, and they can make changes. They could post polls, things like that. So
Look, regards to DAO.
I can't hear you. I think we lost you too.
Man or something.
Well, I got a question here from Daruki while we're waiting for Fam to get his mic back up. He said, can we get an update or an overview of the roles of the dev to show us what's responsible for what at the moment?
Yeah, 100%. Once I'm just waiting to finalize kind of all the things that we're trying to finalize, and then I can give a good update on who's who, because we might bring in some different people, and some people may or may not be as involved. So I could definitely give that update. Show is the artist. I think everyone in the chat knows Show. Alex, Fancy A, he's always online. So he is a dev. He's always online because he's a dev. He's not always necessarily in the chat though. He works super hard, man. He's always coding. So anytime you see him online, he's coding. He's working on something. So he's good. But yeah, I'll give a full update of the roles, and I could probably even put together different channels so that we can kind of narrow down specific tasks, and the community can come do more.
Sounds good, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Took me ages to figure out how to get this. Would you mind if I ask a quick question?
Of course, go ahead, man.
Thank you very much. So, first of all, I just want to say you guys have done a fucking stellar job in actually with these AMAs and coming and keeping in contact with the community. I think you're probably in the top 10 of interaction with the community. So well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Honestly, thank you guys.
So here's my question essentially is, so obviously the royalty community aspect is very nice, but I don't know if necessarily $3 to $4 is really going to get the coin Benjamin Cohen anyone out of bed. So I feel like you either would look to remove them in an attempt to get listed on FTX and do something else with the royalties, or you would come up with some alternative scheme on how to make larger royalties. I posted this as an initial plan before, but the idea would be to do something a little bit similar to the turtle structure, where you give a very large percentage of royalties, but you would maybe you would do such a thing by a large taxation, and you would maybe say announce that perhaps 72 hours beforehand on Twitter, and give people the opportunity to list really low beforehand. then we could all come in and sweep up the really cheap Frenchies, and that would give quite a lot of positive momentum. Plus the sales tax would then stop people selling out. So I think you'd then see your royalties go up by say 3 to 4x, which would be a more realistic kind of royalty that people would go after. Plus we'd have to also say some positive momentum then going forward. I feel like the community is wonderful, the art is great, you guys are fantastic. So we're just now really missing either some extra utility aspect, or we're missing some sort of big noticeable push that we can get out on Twitter. Because as I said before, $3 to $4 royalties, I don't think really brought anyone else new to the table. And if anything, people were expecting to sort of on the sidelines to see what they were going to be like. And then now it's like a big freaking royalty festival in the NFT space. It feels like we're not, because we probably can't get listed on FTX as being labeled as security. As a result, we would either look to say, could that, I've just had, for example, got an announcement from the Meerkats, which said that FTX would, if they wanted to be listed on FTX, the royalties would have to go 100% to the devs. So what you guys could do is you could do that and then say by like, I don't know, a Cybercoin or something, and give us the money back at a later date as an opportunity to be listed on FTX. Again, I would say the projects that are probably going to do best on FTX are the ones that have like pretty stellar art, because I can't see too many people looking deeply into the NFT space straight from the exchange, as much as they would if they were, say, on crypto Twitter. But yeah, anyway, what would you guys thoughts be about something like either one of the two implemented changes?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mentioned that earlier as well, so we'll probably, based on that announcement, have a poll and let you guys decide whether you want to continue the royalties. Of course, we're looking for ways to bump that up for you guys, to kind of make it more attractive. But either, yeah, we'll let the community decide to either get rid of it and get listed on FTX, or an alternative and keep it going. So
sorry, I'm a Euro boy, so I only just stumbled into the chat, but I saw what was going on. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting out of bed for this.
For sure. No worries, man. But yeah, so pretty much we're on the same page there. We're just going to let the community decide whether they want to get listed on FTX or
Hey, sorry.
Thank you
Can
so
I
much.
ask
I
a quick
appreciate it.
question?
anytime, man. Yep, go ahead.
Regards to the community voting, well, this actually scares me a little bit, because I saw many people in the chat. They're willing to burn Frenchies, or want devs to swipe the floor, and I really don't think that either of those strategies is the best approach. And if, for example, the voting comes to, should we use the community fund to swipe the floor, I would be very concerned that the majority would decide to vote yes. And long term, if there are less Frenchies total, that means that we can invite less people to our community, or it would mean that there would be more Frenchies and less wallets, and that would make it more centralized and the community a lot smaller. So long-term strategy, I think it would be a very bad decision, but in reality, if the voting would come to that, it would not be unrealistic scenario that majority would vote for swiping.
I'm with you. I do think some people might kind of look more short term, or look for an artificial, or the quickest kind of gain or pump. So that's why we're still going to be doing our thing on our end. We're still going to be working. Sorry, the DAO and the community wallet. We're pretty much making that completely decentralized. So whatever the community decides, we're gonna do, even if we don't agree with it. Like if you guys said, I don't know, if everybody agreed to put in 50% of the money into whatever coin, we're just gonna do it, because we're trying to keep that 100% community run. So I agree with what you're saying. The best thing is for all arguments to be presented, all the facts to be presented. We'll like relay those messages too, so that everyone can see them. Like we'll have an announcement channel saying, for a poll, for example, with all the options, whatever the question is or whatever the poll is, all the options, we will kind of give a brief description of outcome, possibilities, this and that. So we're going to try to provide as much information to you guys as possible, so everyone kind of has the same amount of information to make their decisions. But ultimately, whatever the community decides, we're going to do. So, but
Yeah,
we're still working on other things on our end.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes.
So I was thinking, because I mean, if we do go to like FTX or something where we can't do royalties, but if we do want to do royalties, what if we did something whereas every week you hold your Frenchie, like you get an extra % or 2 on top of your royalty? So that would lead for people to want to like hold long term, and then you cut it off at maybe like say 80% or something royalty back that you get from the total wallet. So if you hold longer, you end up getting more returns than others that aren't holding as long.
Yeah, that could work. That's definitely something to explore if it makes sense. We just have to do a little more research into that to see if it's feasible and if it would make sense. But
Yeah, but
sounds pretty cool.
even with right now the biggest. Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is to bring in new holders. So I think the community right now, the people who are holding are very, very strong, right? But we just need new marketing to, or like a big event, for example, breeding, to bring in much more people to the community. So, but I think it is a good idea to improve the royalties. But those kind of things, definitely we can put it on the DAO to for everyone to vote.
Yeah, I agree with you. Our community is strong. There is like a small % of people that completely new to this, just because we had different kind of marketing, and this was the first NFT for a lot of people. So it might have been their introduction to the crypto world. It was most likely their first NFT or their introduction to the NFT world. Not everybody probably stayed on with it as others. Like I know people that probably have bought and either they're not really into crypto like that, or they don't know too much about NFTs. They were just trying to kind of ride the hype. So they might be demotivated. I get what you're saying. I agree that a lot of people haven't seen the project, because most people that see the project, they do like it. They do like the artwork. I've never heard anyone say they didn't like the artwork. And that's not trying to toot our own horn or anything, but the artwork, I love it. The community loves it. The community is amazing. Who doesn't love Frenchies? So I agree that it just kind of needs to be in front of more people's face. More people need to see it and hear about it. Solana is pretty new too. Like most people aren't really familiar with Solana. If they're just getting into NFTs, they're still on Ethereum, or they don't know that it's two different things really. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and also, yeah, I keep mentioning the Doge Pound, but I think we're really, really good to do something with them, because they are like the main dog NFT of Ethereum. They've got amazing utility, the Doge Pound. So what they do is they've got this thing called a launch pad, and whoever owns a Doge Pound, they will get access to pre-sales for other projects, which means that it gives more benefits to the holders to actually keep holding it instead of just getting royalties. What Solana lacks right now is that there's a lot of like these projects with artwork that looks like come from Fiverr. I think those Frenchies look amazing. If we keep going more towards the utility side, where we can cooperate with other new projects coming, and we can put out a word saying, can our Frenchie holders get access to pre-sales and things like that. Though we add a lot of benefits to actually holding the Frenchie. Yeah, and also I'm really, well, one thing is that I'm holding quite a lot, and it's quite sad for the floor to dip down so hard. So I'd really like to devote to the community and try to push the project forward. And that meaning I'm happy to be on the Discord many hours a day to run marketing campaigns, or run like floor sweeping, or just contribute to the DAO the way I can.
For sure, you're definitely one of the people that I am contacting. I sent you a friend request, so I don't know if you saw that yet or not. I just need everyone to add me back so that I can put us all in a group together.
Also, is there any way we can get the Fancy Frenchie's website to be more noticeable online? Because it is super hard to come by if you actually just try and look up Fancy Frenchies. And
yeah, SEO is terrible.
And also, I think what would be really cool is on our website, if we could get new people into the NFT market by explaining and giving them a rundown of how to set up like a Phantom wallet and a FTX wallet, and just get them into, I mean, I know we don't want paper hands, but if we could get new people into the NFT market that don't understand how to set up wallets and go through the whole crypto process, I think would be really cool if we could get new people into the project by doing that.
I agree with you.
Bro,
SEO,
that is amazing. I love that idea.
100%. SEO, I am forwarding that to Fo, who is doing the web, like he's in charge of the website. So I'll forward that. If it's not done by tomorrow, I'll do it myself.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that, because I think that would be really cool to like get people interested and find out. And the website's so inviting, and it's such a beautiful website that it needs to be shown. And as soon as people see it, they're gonna fall in love with it. It's just an awesome project. Art's dope, and people hear about NFTs, but I feel like a lot of people don't know how to get into them. So if we could explain it to everybody and get them into their, and right now it's a perfect time to buy a Frenchie. So if we could get people in there, and then just getting the volume in there to raise the floor, then they're going to be happy, because they're going to make money from buying a Frenchie at fucking $1 SOL right now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pulling it up right now real quick. I also think we should add more.
And also,
yeah, go ahead.
Is it possible for the website to include an updated roadmap? And I think it would be really good for the website to have an About Us page that explains the devs and who they are and what background they come from. I think that will build a lot of confidence in the community. Is it possible for something like that to be done?
Yep, 100%. So once kind of the changes are finalized, I'm going to post up an About Us and add an About Us section. I also want to add more on the website with regards to the charity, because I don't think that is kind of pushed enough. Like, not a lot of people even know about that. So that's one thing that I definitely want to kind of market more and make more people aware of.
People also mentioned that the Discord link on the website is wrong.
Okay, I'm forwarding all this. So I'm taking notes of everything we're saying. I'm forwarding all the information to the necessary people, and I'm taking notes as well. So anything else that you guys have noticed or that you guys want to suggest that we haven't touched yet, feel free to let me know, guys.
I would also say kind of the same thing when it comes to like like helping the dogs and the giveaways of, or I guess donations to charities, that we should do like in-depth backstories. Because like I know online it says, we've helped 16 dogs or whatever, but if we could get the story about each dog or how we helped them and get the satire out there, and emotions are a huge thing that will draw people into just buying Frenchies just in itself, along with the art, that if we get backstories on each dog, I think that would be huge for the project.
I think that's awesome, man. And I think that's something that the community can do as well. We don't have to push everything to the devs. For example, me or a few other people we can be the ones to write these stories, and send them to the devs or something like that. I think as this becomes more of a community project, I've seen a lot of skilled people out there. Some people in like 3D artwork, some people in marketing, some people in Twitter, and even some people in writing. Yeah, like feel free, AMG, for you to delegate these tasks to the community members.
Awesome. Definitely.
I want to chime in with a question from Truffle before I wait until all of this ends. He asked earlier what was going on with this week's donation. I know that there was a Twitter post. I don't know if that was directly connected to this week or if that was just something that they involved us in. But yeah, he just wanted to know what was up with this week's donation.
Yeah. So this week's donation's coming. We're going to post a couple different options for everyone to choose from. We were looking at, there was one link someone sent us. I'll see if I can find it, but the other devs have it. It was something in Africa. Hold on, I have to see if I can find it. Pretty much there's an account that does saves the dogs. So we wanted to team up with that account and make the donation with them, because that would bring us a lot of good exposure from their end, and they can say that they made the donation as well. So that was one of the options, but we're going to post them all for the community members to decide which donation we're going to do.
Sweet, man. I hope that covers it for you, Truffle. I got Daruki with another question, which I feel like I can probably answer. He just said, can we work out a storyline for our Frenchies that can be used for marketing, creating artwork, etc.? And can the team create that, or the community, or should the DAO funds be used to hire someone? If anyone's seen in the chat from launch all the way up until now, I've posted a couple of times a stupid little backstory that I've done for my zombie pirate. So I think if the community wants that kind of thing and wants to create a backstory for their own Frenchies, do a whole write-up, send it through to me in my DMs, and I can pass it on to whoever it needs to be passed on to, or jump into the DAO and see if maybe the community wants to use a small portion of the funds to grab someone off Fiverr to do like character cards, or if Show is interested in doing something like that, character cards, whatever. If it's not for all 10,000 Frenchies, it could just be for the people that are interested in it. But yeah, I don't think the devs probably need to be involved in that too much. That's probably something that the community can figure out and kind of get to work on themselves.
What are you referring to? Like, because I just came back in because I had to close the app. You're talking about like what, short stories?
Yeah, Daruki asked about storylines. There was a question earlier about backstories for the Frenchies to kind of increase marketing and bring more people in and stuff like that. And I was saying community can probably work together to create some stuff like that. Like I said, I'd already done a backstory for my Frenchie on like day 2. I was so hyped that I spent like an hour putting together a 100-word little thing. So I think
I saw you sent like a little something in the chat. That shit was pretty dope. Yeah,
man, it was ridiculous, but it was fun. So I feel like the DAO can work on that kind of stuff. I've got a graphic design background. Back in like 2013, I graduated with a diploma in graphic design. So in my spare time, I can work on putting together character cards for people. Anyone else in the DAO that has any kind of graphic design or like 3D artist, we can all do that stuff for one another. Let the devs focus on doing the devs.
Well, no, facts, 100%. Now, just 2 things I wanted to add to that. So, like, going to like the backstories and stuff, like this is kind of like a branch off of that. I mentioned a few times in the chat and shit, but for people who didn't hear it, like, if anything, we could take a route where like we make some type of like children's book or some shit featuring Fancy Frenchie. It's just an idea like we could always feed off, but like I was thinking something where like maybe we do a community vote to see who's Frenchie's able to star in the book or some shit, and maybe we pitch it out to, I don't know, a school or some shit. I don't know how that would work, but it was just an idea that I thought of, and maybe a route we could take is different. And I feel like the art kind of, it has like a a cartoonish children's appeal. And I mean, you put a little story to it, a 20-page book. Fucking a teacher will read that shit to some kids, and they'll like it. But
That's
it's just an
nice.
idea. I feel like it's definitely a branch we could take, and I feel like that would work more towards longevity of yeah, it's an NFT, but possibly making this a brand where it's known as more than just an NFT type thing.
That's a good idea. There's a project that I've been following for a while that has a hold to earn mechanic. So if anything like that were to happen in the future, you could hold like raid comps or something like that, or even just like a giveaway comp sort of thing, where people can enter for one of their Frenchies to be in the book, and then if the DAO or if the devs want to fund some sort of publication for the book and get some copies out into the wild, anyone with a Frenchie featured in that book can cop a percentage of the sales or something from
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
This is what
something like that.
University is doing with their comics.
But bro, I feel like books are something that, like, especially kids book, like, bro, kid shit is always in demand, and like, you never know, bro. You make something that's appealing to that demographic, it sticks. Boom, you have something.
Yeah, I'm
But
into it.
and then another thing too is you ever watch those Disney movies when they have like those little short, like 5-minute clips before, like a little short movie? Like, imagine doing that with like the little animated like Frenchies, like little funny stories. Like, you ever see the ones where it's like they're not even vocal, they're not talking, it's just action, or like they're just
Yes.
I don't know exactly
Yeah.
what it's called. It's like,
Yeah.
but imagine that with Frenchies, like just little like grunts and shit, but they're doing stuff like
So
Man, you
I'm
just
working
brought
on
back crazy
animation.
memories.
I'm
You just
working
brought
on
back
some animation.
crazy memories.
The only problem
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
doing
Go ahead.
a book with Fancy Frenchies is some of the Frenchies have joints and zooted eyes, which
yeah,
would
no,
make the
yeah,
project look kind of bad.
yeah, no, that those would have to be like scratched for the books. But I did, somebody did mention that. I think Benny said some shit like that.
We got to get
Yeah.
G-rated Frenchie, the whole
Yeah,
subset.
yeah, we have to keep it G rated for the kids. No zooted Frenchies in those books.
I also don't think that you guys should, I like all the ideas, these Disney clips and these books for children, etc. I think it's great, but I also think that it would be better if we would decide to vote in DAO and allocate funds towards developing these ideas
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
Sure.
because as we talk right now, these are good ideas and we're just really hyped at the moment. But for developers, whoever decides to develop these ideas, they should also be incentivized, to finish the project. So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to add.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
definitely.
For sure.
Uh,
I think we're
I feel like
just brainstorming mostly
yeah, I
right
feel
now
like
and then.
it's really just trying to just throw ideas out there, trying to just, I want the community to hear these things. Maybe somebody hears something, it sparks interest in them, and they come forward and they're like, yo, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. So like we have people here, like someone said before, like there's creatives here. Like I'm pretty sure we have a nice solid community of people that could do different things, and if we come together with ideas, we have the DAO now. It's just a matter of implementing what we have and moving forward while devs do dev things.
Yeah, I
Sounds
agree,
really
man.
good.
Like
Sounds good.
But
the community is super strong. The community is
I
I
definitely feel like community is important. It's one of the main
yeah,
things. Without community, you can develop all the shit that you want, but who are you going to present it to?
yeah, exactly. I just saw Benny asked about the sale bot. So the sale bot was relaying it was originally a Twitter sales bot, and then Discord was relaying the messages. Uh for whatever reason Twitter restricted or suspended that sales bot. So I'll work on getting another sales bot back up.
Sweet. Also, one thing I was just thinking about, because I just saw about like stories and kids' books and whatnot. The only problem with kids' books is if we do get Frenchies, to a 10 soul floor, is unless they have rich ass parents that want to buy them a fancy Frenchie, is that marketing kids, they're not going to be able to like actually afford a Frenchie.
Oh
So I
yeah,
don't,
no, I'm sorry.
that why would that be a market that we would want to, try and Yeah, I just don't understand that 100%.
Yo, but
Um,
it's like
New
kids
generations.
kids
it's
play
more
with
like
toys and
building the
toys.
brand. I
I got
guess
an
you could
answer
say.
that kind of covers all bases. With the game that I'm putting together, I wanted to have a very low barrier of entry, like Minecraft for kids. So if there is a book, if there are not short films, short animations, billboards, that kind of stuff, um, the game that's being put together, I want it to be accessible to pretty much everyone. So even if we do have a 10, 20, 30, 100 soul floor in the future, anyone that wants to get involved can be involved in some sort of way. So branching off of the MMO that I was doing, I want to have a communal area where people could log in as guests, you know, like a big fucking like giant dog park where we have an unlimited server number and then private parks for holders. But in the open parks, you know, people will log in as a guest and can just hang out. There'll be activities like agility courses and just little mini games and all that kind of stuff. So with the books and all that, if anyone ever wants to get into the project but doesn't have thousands of dollars to get a floor Frenchie, they can still be a part of the community and hang out with us for hopefully for free.
Yeah, I like that. That makes sense.
I don't know. I think it will be quite good for the people who enter the game to actually own a Frenchie, or maybe we can maybe airdrop some kind of another kind of game Frenchie for people to get into, which can be sold at the market for a cheaper price. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I
there's
just feel like if we were
You
yeah,
cut
so
no, go
out
ahead.
there.
I just think just like Axie and like Axie Infinity, if people have the entry to the game by holding a Frenchie and maybe even rent them out to people who want to play to earn things like that. I think it
Rent's
will
not a bad.
really bring up the floor, not just the floor, but the whole project's value in general.
Yeah, well, the incentive there to own a Frenchie would be that if we are able to implement a guest feature, that they would just have an identical Frenchie or an identical avatar to everybody else. And so they'll be interacting with people who own real Frenchies with real traits and sort of be incentivized to become part of community that way. But they'll also be missing out on literally the entire bulk of the game. Like what I'm putting together is something that is going to make people want to own a Frenchie. And this open park would just be an area for people to hang around in. It'd essentially just be like logging into, if you've ever been into Decentraland or anything like that, if you're just a guest with a free avatar, you can't do anything really other than just walk around. It would kind of be the same thing where all the guests would look the same, and they'd be tempted into getting a floor Frenchie to be differentiated for everybody else and actually play the game for what the game is going to be and not just walk around idly, not being able to really do anything.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also, we could even look into having some of the DAO fund. I'm not too sure how much it's going to be, but for us to buy land on Decentraland. So what a project called Gambling Apes have done is that they purchased a land on Decentraland and they made it into a casino. And the casino is owned by all the members who own a Gambling Ape. So whoever owns a Gambling Ape gets to be a part of owning a part of the casino. And whatever revenue that the casino makes, it gets actually distributed to the holders. So there's so much potential with Frenchies, especially the community is built up so well right now.
Yeah, I have a question just from the general chat. Are there any collabs like maybe being in the works at all?
With other projects or other like platforms and companies.
I'll quote it. It says, are there collabs or anything else that we can do to get our Frenchies popular again?
Yeah, we could do collabs. We are in talks with a couple different projects as well as platforms. We should be getting listed on Magic Eden. I know that one's been that one should be confirmed, as well as other marketplaces. But for collabs with other projects, we're definitely doing that. If you guys have any suggestions for which projects you guys would like to see or you guys think would work best, just post them in the chat or send them to me through DM, and I will reach out. Or we could do a raid, because you guys have been killing the raids.
Also, speaking of raids, obviously there's like 4,000 Frenchie owners. Well, I think would be really cool to try and incentivize people to join the raids. Is if, I mean, it wouldn't be much because right now our volume's low, but if we could incentivize a certain amount per raid that a person does, and try and get raids from up just from 100 likes. If we could get 1,000, 2,000 likes, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Interaction.
So like, yeah, interactions. If you could do like a set amount on each interaction with a tweet, or like a repost of a tweet or something, and actually give the community an incentive to be involved on the Twitter raids, instead of just because 100 likes on a fucking Twitter post isn't going to do anything. We need to get thousands of different interactions in order to get our name actually out there. I think that'd be like really cool if we could get the community to interact with any raid that we do.
We could try to do a leaderboard. I don't know what you guys think about that. So pretty much, I don't know, every few days or every week we can see
The only problem with the leaderboard is if one or two or three people actually are doing all the work and they're so far ahead, and then some new person comes into the project that wants to be involved and like wants that as an incentive, they're just gonna be like, oh shit, I'm so far behind, I can't catch up. You know what I mean?
For sure. We could have it reset every few days or every week. But yeah, that's just an option. But I agree with what you're saying. I'm sure there's, if not a leaderboard, there's a different way we could figure out what the best way to kind of increase engagement would be.
Yeah, I say we should maybe like put something out there in like announcements or something, and then have people go into the DAO to give ideas, and then once we get ideas, make a vote on it.
Yeah, 100%. Let me just write that down.
Hi guys, may I just ask one more question, please?
Of course.
Thank you. As an alternative to a children's book, how about a YouTube series? That would be much easier to market and promote, and it also wouldn't necessarily have to be age or content related or appropriate, rather. We could just simply do as we chose, and then the storyline could be voted on with the community.
110%.
Yeah, no,
110% agree. YouTube's
like
way
that,
bigger than books, in my
yeah,
opinion.
YouTube, anything visual. The books thing was really just something just for branding and shit. But anything new age video wise, if we can make it trendy and funny and in a way just appealing to a crowd with some like crypto stock satire in there, I feel like we could definitely make something. But
yeah, that would be great. Kind of like
definitely need to be high quality,
sort of 5-minute videos kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like Happy Tree Friends.
Real quick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like something just to build the brand. Like I feel like the real longevity too is gonna be utility, finding out like ways in this crypto space to utilize utility. Like the space is so new. Like I'm not even savvy with this space, so there's definitely people in here that could probably think in different branches than I can. But there has to be something out there that somebody hasn't done, or take a combination of what this NFT did and that NFT did, and mismatch it. There has to be something. This space is so early. Like there's definitely things out there that people haven't thought of yet. And I don't know. I just feel like with the amount of people we have here, I'm not savvy with it, but there has to be a collective unit here of people that can definitely put something together, whether it's the devs or community members.
If there's any animation, anyone that specializes in animation, shoot me a DM, because I really like that idea. What we could also do with that is a weekly, kind of like a newsletter, but a video, like pretty much an update of what's going on in the crypto world.
Oh yeah, that too. Like little like
from Fancy Frenchies.
Mm-hmm. Like
You
give
know,
them like
you know
little
one thing I think
voices,
would be dope.
characterize some of them.
What?
Exactly how to buy, because we have a lot of members that this is their first project. So we could, if we have like an educational section on this channel, that would be pretty cool too.
Like
For
imagine a
pretty much
little
all
3D
new
Frenchie
people.
talking to you, telling you what to do. Like, oh, this is like yo, did you guys? I'm pretty sure people here saw like Rogue Sharks and how they had like a little like a pre-mint video or whatever telling you how to use the raffle system or some shit like that. Like a little video like that. Like, you know, this is Fancy Frenchies, da da da. A little cute Frenchie telling you what to do, da 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 da.
Yeah, I think that'd be cracking.
And then
Something I also just wanted to say is I wanted to shout out Huckleberry because that man is like a one-man moving party
that
in
man's a
chat,
fucking
and
stud.
you should even consider getting him like a 1-for-1 Frenchie or something. He's just fantastic. Really love that dude. Something else I wanted to ask is
Eggplant Frenchie.
we need that energy.
No, one thing that I
Fucking
don't know
love you
why,
guys, man. I fucking love you. Just saying, I'm gonna throw it out there. That's how it will be.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
I don't know why, but Frenchie's image of their website and Fortnite to me seem almost like the same thing. It's like just super inviting,
Imagine
super
a Fortnite.
cartoon. Could you imagine? I mean, I don't hate Fortnite, but if you a collab with Fortnite would be fucking wild. Fortnite's
OG.
dying. They need something. They need something to rejuvenate themselves.
Yo, imagine like a 3D Frenchie like walking around with your fucking Fortnite character and like that's it. You could just pay like fucking. That's crazy. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
The
Fortnite.
technicals behind that would
I
probably
don't know if
be
that's really the crowd that we. Honestly, I don't know too much about Fortnite, so I
yeah, I wonder how
wasn't
that would work if
thinking that it
like
was mostly
the
kids.
Fortnite game would have to purchase like I don't know 200 Frenchies and then put those 200 Frenchies in their system for people to purchase.
Yeah, and then what if they had to purchase 200 Frenchies and like like uber rare to make a skin out of it type shit, and then every skin that's sold, Frenchies get a royalty that goes into the community wallet.
This is a great idea.
Yeah, no, that could go really deep too. That's crazy. It's this so that I feel like there's so many different routes we could take with this. It's just a matter of what's voted on and really feasible in the short to long term.
For sure.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like Fortnite would be a sweet idea. I don't know how feasible it is, but they are doing. I saw they were doing collabs with Balenciaga, so I wouldn't say it's out of the question, but it'd definitely be more challenging.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely got to focus more on the crypto side too, like finding a way to reach more of this crypto space, especially on Twitter. I feel like with the raids it's good, but just something to keep that. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is Instagram. So we should be utilizing the reels and stuff, or something with content, or even just daily post or story post, just to get eyes on Instagram or something. Just it's another platform. Twitter's strong, but Instagram has its perks too. And I mean, you guys have a community that'll repost shit. Like if I see something, I'll post it on my story. I have friends that ask me and shit about crypto and NFTs and shit. So never know. Like one of us has a friend, they might see our story and be like, "Oh shit, let me check it out." But even if it's just like a post a day or 2 posts, 3 posts a week, or just something on Instagram, I feel just so people don't go and see, oh shit, they haven't posted in 2 weeks. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I agree with you. See, I'm not running social medias, but this is what I meant by some things have to.
Yeah, I feel you.
Some things have to be changed.
Out of here.
Like some new tasks will be given, and some people's jobs will change. But yeah, for sure, engagement on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is pretty active, but the Instagram definitely needs to be stepped up.
100% agree. Instagram is fucking being shit on right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could have members in the community like take part. We could have like a little channel and members could make content. Maybe somebody makes a reel or a TikTok or fucking a short video or even just a little like that girl, I think it was, I don't know if it was a girl or a guy that made a little giveaway. They did like 4 little handwritten or you guys saw what it was, like some handwritten shit. It was drawn differently, like just little things like that, just to have content on there.
No, 100% content and just
sure.
exposure in general is what
Yeah,
we need.
100%.
Any way to just get people interested or just to look at it, you know. And even if we get
And just so people see, like, people are, and like, this is an engaged community. Like, I always see people sometimes, they come in the chat, oh, it's dead, and then I'm just like, dude, like, scroll up, bro. There's people here.
yeah, for real. Well, my
Like, we're
question is like
talking, bro.
right
We're
now,
fucking around.
where are we getting exposure? Because if you go on Salon Art, the only way to find Frenchies, you have to fucking dig deep. We're not on the front page.
Yeah, the
You know,
algorithm
like
is back.
where's our exposure coming from?
Bro, that's what I'm thinking. Bro, people have come in, and I'll ask them. They'll be like, "Hey, what's going on? I just got my first Frenchie," and be like, "Oh, well, welcome." Da, da, da. Where'd you come from? They'll be like, "Oh, Twitter," or "My friend told me," or scrolling through Solana or some shit. But a few people have said Twitter, so somebody's seeing something, right? Like, we're doing something right on Twitter, or
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
I think a lot are coming from Twitter right now, from what I'm seeing.
yeah. No, I've had a decent amount already say they found it on Twitter or a friend told them. So it's word of mouth or social media, which is, I mean, that runs the world these days.
Exactly.
that's where
But
And the
I
artist
think
tattoo.
everyone's coming from right now is Twitter because we have no exposure on Salon Art. I try and rip Solana news on Twitter, and they interact with me, and
Mhm.
I've been trying to get us some exposure on it. But I mean, we
We've
have
gotten
to.
some posts from Solana News. Yeah,
Yeah, we got
kudos
posted
to-
the other day.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
I've been
they've
ripping them.
posting
I've
it.
ripped them DMs every single time I at them. They like my shit. So I mean, I feel like whoever's running it likes the project, or they might even be involved in it a little bit, maybe. But we got to get our name out there somehow, just to get new people involved in the project.
Yeah, definitely.
Because right now we have a lot of strong holders, myself included, but we can't just sit here and not have any exposure and not have anybody buying. I can hold as long as I want, but if no one's gonna fucking be introduced
Yeah,
into this project, it's not gonna do anything.
exactly.
Yeah, we definitely need about like probably 2 weeks to a month of content already like made, so then that way we have it ready to be posted, daily or even like every other day or something like that. It allows for more interaction with the rest of the world and on social medias and stuff like that. And then like with that, we in turn get more people coming in.
Yeah, no, agreed, 100%. We need to do that, but we need to do. Somebody mentioned earlier about like the fucking shark.
I think we lost you out there.
Yeah, hello.
Can't hear you right now. But on that note, I can get a folder with some content, and I can also put like the PNG files and things like that in the logo. If anyone else wants to make content, and it could all be uploaded to the same
Is there
folder, so we could have ours.
is there a Frenchie YouTube page by any chance?
No, that's what we were just talking about though, and I was just about to bring that back up. That I really like that idea of the animations and the updates and things like that. That's something that we can get moving right away too.
That would be super sick if we do animations and updates like that. And like when we do a donation and we get a backstory of the dog that we helped and how we helped them, exactly what surgery they got, and then give updates of how the dog's doing, like progression videos of before, during the surgery, after the surgery, maybe it finding a new home, or even get an interview. I mean, that'd be pretty deep, but even if we could get an interview of like the family that owns that dog that we helped and then put that up on YouTube, I mean, that'd be fucking drawing strings of emotional hearts and get people into the project.
Yep, 100%. We're definitely moving on that. So that was brought up earlier. I agree 100%. So we could set that up this week.
And then eventually when we go viral, the revenue from AdSense can go directly into the community wallet.
Of course.
Hey,
Definitely
YouTube
do
comments
that.
lightweight or where to go to, man? YouTube comments, people be lightweight flying to the projects from YouTube.
Sorry, one other thing, guys. If you're okay with the idea of being doxxed, then you could be we could have the animation on the YouTube channel as well. But occasionally you could do videos where it's sort of you like talking heads talking about things. And one of the things I've really noticed in this space is there's basically no one who's willing to put their face forward on what they're working on. It's nearly all kind of anonymous and just like profile pictures working on stuff. And I know if you can put like a name to a face, that really increases the trust in the brand. And you guys come across as incredibly trustworthy and like really strong characters of people. So if you would be okay with that, or one of you or more be okay with that, you could do the updates for dogs via YouTube videos and stuff like that. I think you'd see a lot of people would come to Frenchies as among everything else. I think you could really build like a brand of trust with Frenchies that would dwarf a lot of other NFT competitors, because even the dogs themselves look nice and have a kind of friendly vibe to them as well. So the whole thing works rather nicely together. But I understand, of course, like there's issues over what constitutes a security or not. Perhaps anyone who's not in America is the person to put their face on the front. And but yeah, it's just some food for thought. The small YouTube videos though, I think would do absolutely gangbusters. And the channels that I've seen, like I know that Brett Mowski guy, whatever he's called, he had like the little mushrooms, and he obviously has his own YouTube channel, and then he used that to front his NFT project. And those are doing very nicely because it's a sort of nice little wholesome community feel, and he's barely had to do any marketing out of it. It's not necessarily like we want to copy or piggyback on other people's ideas, but I've yet to see a animated YouTube channel that has association with NFTs, a NFT brand, and then I think from there you can look to do like various other collaborations and stuff, and really grow the YouTube channel very fast. And often as well, I think you don't need to do like a 20-minute episode. Like little 2-3 minute funny skits are a lot easier to put out and have people follow, and plus they're a whole lot easier to do. And you could even do something like have people in the Discord, if they were good enough, do some of the voices for the Frenchies, or you vote on which Frenchies used, and then whichever Frenchies used in the video is the one that gets the royalties. And you can also then say, put that out on Twitter, and then have people vote on like which Frenchie do you like, who's your favorite character, and stuff like that. So the whole thing becomes a very nice interactive little loop.
Yeah,
In terms,
no, I agree with you. I like that
I
too.
like that 100% too. And like I mentioned earlier, of how on our website, if we end up getting that better, of how there should be instructions of how to set up a.
Yo,
my guy, you're
Think we
gone.
lost your mic there.
Can you hear me now?
yeah.
So, like I was saying earlier, of how we should do like instructions on our website of how to set up like a Phantom wallet and whatever. For like one of our first little YouTube stints, give a very straightforward, easy video of how to set up like a Solana and an FTX wallet. Well, maybe not FTX, but set up like a Phantom wallet to be able to buy a Frenchie. Because I feel like on YouTube, there's a lot of people that aren't into NFTs or even the crypto community, that if we show them exactly how to set up a wallet and everything to buy a Frenchie, it would get a whole new aspect of people to come by.
Yeah, so for sure, we definitely want to have an educational section on the YouTube with Frenchie themed, how to set up a wallet, how to buy, how to fund your wallet, all that, pretty much from A to Z. Because the Frenchies are very welcoming, like they look welcoming, they look fun.
Yeah, no,
So
the project's super inviting. It's awesome art. Website is beautiful. It just entices you to want to be involved.
Exactly. So we could set up kind of like a crypto introduction channel, so to speak. Like we'll pretty much, because most of our members were new to NFTs, and I'm sure a lot of them liked it and are diving deeper into crypto. So we could be that hub where they get their information from, and where they get a lot of their education from.
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm involved in NFTs and whatnot, but Frenchies are my first Solana art NFTs I bought, and I had to have my friend explain. I have a Phantom wallet I set up and everything, but he was the one who had to run me through to get a Phantom wallet. Like, I wouldn't even known what a fucking Phantom wallet was before he told me, So if we could explain it to people of how to actually get involved, because I know there's people I bet that have seen the website that want to get involved that don't know exactly how to get involved because they just aren't into crypto and NFTs quite yet. But there's people out there that really want to get into NFTs that just don't know how to. So if we could be the problem is if our platform does that, I know there's going to be platforms that are going to steal it, but if we can be the first ones to do it and get people into it first, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. 100%. Be
Do
user
you guys have
friendly
any
for everyone.
do you guys have any connections with any crypto influencers around the space?
Sorry,
Any
you
what?
cut out there. I didn't catch what you said.
Do you guys have any connection with any crypto or blockchain influencers that we could probably get a shout out for some YouTube influencers that we can get to promote Fancy Frenchies?
I don't
Yeah,
really know
we're
any
in talks
crypto.
with a couple.
I don't really know any influencers, but I do have a dog refuge that has a rather large following on Facebook. I can shout you guys out there, especially if you had something that I could really promote. Like if we came out with the first YouTube video and I'd be like, hey, check these guys out. It's really funny. It's dog related. They're doing stuff to help dogs who are injured. I could get quite a few people on board from there.
Right, because I really love the idea of getting new people into the crypto space and then into Solana and then into Fancy Frenchies. But if you look at the history of all the projects that have 10x or become blue chip, a really strong foundation of crypto influencers backing the project is very important because people do move to where the money moves. And for the project to do really well, we need money, people with money to get into the project. So I also feel like we should focus more on trying to get crypto influencers or people who have a strong background in crypto on Twitter or YouTube to start promoting us. Yeah, it would be good if anyone who has an influencer, a friend or someone, for us to really invest our DAO funds to promote through there. Instead of, I really love the gaming and the storybook for all those ideas, but right now for the easiest way I think is, when you target the crypto scene, these people are the ones who bought Solana when it was at $50 or $40. For them to invest one or two SOL into a Fancy Frenchie is like nothing to them. While if you're looking for someone from the public scene, $100, $200 spent on a JPEG is a lot to them. So I really love the idea of if we can try to get some crypto influencers or people in the scene to get on board. So I was wondering if the devs knew any people who can help with this.
Yeah, we have contacts with a couple different pages and a couple different people on crypto Twitter and in the crypto world. I think we definitely want to kind of do both. So we want people that know about NFTs, the people that have been in the game for a while. We do want to reach out to them. We also do want new members to invite new people that have never been in the NFT space before. We want to invite them and kind of bring them through a good experience, educate them. So two different kind of audiences. We definitely want to target both, and we'll do both in different ways, obviously. So I get what you're saying. We're definitely aware of that. We are going for both audiences.
Yeah, because the reason why I stress the influencers and the crypto space is because, for example, when floor was about 3 SOL, I invited a lot of my Chinese friends to come and sweep the floor with me. Told them it's a good project. They had no idea what crypto was at the time, and then floor is turned down to 1 SOL. So Yeah, I think it would be good if we, first of all, get more influencers to build up a good foundation so that we have money into the project. And then we can start to push the promotions to the public so that when the new people are coming in, they have a sense of a strong foundation. I think that will really help them to develop confidence in crypto space, Solana, and Fancy Frenchies. Because for them, coming from, like, for example, buying Tesla stocks and which move 1-2% maximum, like in a week or a month, and then coming into NFT space where the value might decrease by 70% over a week. Right now, I think the key is to focus on the influencer and crypto space to build a really strong foundation. Um, yeah, that's just my opinion, but I'm really happy to be part of the DAO and just try all I can to contact these influencers or YouTuber influencers, although I don't have like the connection through there. Yeah, I'm just really excited for the DAO to come out in the coming days.
Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying for sure. I'm glad that you're going to be part of the DAO or the DAO.
All right, I do have one
I'm
question.
excited
I mean,
for that.
this is an awesome like AMA. Can we or any of you guys try and do like a setup with? I mean, I'm glad you're here, AMG, but to do a few of the devs and do an actual set AMA, like, is there any way we could set that up within the next week and then do an announcement about it, just to give confidence back into the community of people that aren't here right now? You know what I mean? Like, that would give a lot of confidence into the people that came from like Tory Lanes or whatever that don't have trust in the community, because I'm reading some of the general chat and whatnot right now. And if we could make that happen, I mean, even if it was just a short one, not even an hour or whatever, like 15, 20 minutes, I think that would give a lot of confidence back into the community.
Yeah, I agree. Like this, I wouldn't even really say this was an AMA. This was kind of just me hopping on and discussing things and kind of getting all of you guys' opinions on things. I could do this more often. I don't mind it. Like, I enjoy doing this right now. This was a good time. You guys are all great people, and we
Yeah.
actually had a lot of great ideas. But yeah, that's why I didn't announce this or anything, because I do want to set up a legitimate AMA and a legitimate update with as much of the team that can join for
Yeah, but really appreciate your time, man. I think whenever you come to the chat, everyone's like, let's fucking go, like fire emoji and everything. So no, it's fucking great, man. I really appreciate your time. But as I don't know who was talking before, but definitely some more regular announcements and set times. Like you always have that one friend who do you want to go out for dinner, and they don't really say what time they want to meet, and 10 minutes before they just say, are you free now? Like I think for more announcements to be made on specific time, a few days before for an AMA and things like that. Those small things will really help the holders to build confidence. But really appreciate your time, man. I think for you to spend your weekend away from family and spending time on a bunch of people that you don't actually know, I really respect that. And yeah, thank you.
My pleasure, man. Thank you guys for being here, man. Thanks you guys for being part of the community. I don't mind. Like, this is fun to me. This is a good time. This is work. This is getting things done. So I have no problem being here. I do want to set up a proper AMA because I do know that like I see things during the day, but I'm not super active. Like, let's say around 3 o'clock when most of the Europeans are online. And so I know they don't see or hear or see the things I type or the conversations we have as much. So I do want to have something midday that as many people can join in and give an update and kind of instill more confidence again. So I agree with what you're saying. Definitely on it.
I'd be down
Yeah,
for
guys,
that.
I just want to say
Yeah.
thanks again for coming on. That was really amazing. I'd also say, like, don't spread yourselves too thin. I guess we'll have the DAO vote on what's important, but I'd only be focusing on like 2 or 3 things at the moment if I was you guys, because otherwise you're just gonna end up spreading yourself too thin among too many ideas. In particular, I think the YouTube channel would do gangbusters, and I think maybe like a reassessment of the royalties and what to do with that money, or how much we could get people if we could implement a larger sales tax at some point that would either increase the royalties or maybe like look into FTX. But I would just look at a readjustment of that. But you guys are, I know the floor doesn't represent it, but you're really killing it in terms of what devs should be doing. And I think everyone here is really grateful for all the work you've done.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Like,
No
I don't know where most of you guys are from, but it's almost 2 a.m. where I am. So anyone that's here with me and like staying up late, like I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys taking the time to hear what I have to say as well.
Yeah, no, of course. One thing I wanted to put out there, do like a contest or some shit for like a Twitter header. I'm gonna send it in the general chat right now. Or like maybe like a Frenchie Twitter header contest, because I don't see really any Twitter headers for like NFTs. Everybody has like an NFT heavy. And then like if we did like a chat in here where everybody sends a Twitter head, or the artists that make them send them, and then we could all use them if we want. I'm sending it in general, so like it'll be something like that where we just artists
That's
make
pretty
their own and then post them just for the community to use.
Yeah, I like that.
But if people want to do it, we could set that shit up. But I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah,
Also,
we could do that for sure.
I heard the Discord link on Solana art was correct. Has that been fixed yet by any chance? I'm just curious. I mean, I could probably just go check, but I was just curious if that's been fixed or not.
The Discord link on the on our Solana art page, sorry.
I believe so. I heard a few people saying that it wasn't like the correct link.
Let me see if that's been
Fancy
updated.
Frenchie page.
It just says that it's expired for me.
Okay, I'll have them update that. Let me see. Yeah, it is expired. Cool. I'll have them update that. That should be done hopefully tomorrow. They're pretty quick.
Yo, guys, this is Hucklebee, by the way. Been kind of quiet.
What's up, you sexy fuck?
What's up, baby? All right,
Hucklebee.
I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out, so I'm gonna keep it quiet. But and plus, this conversation's been, and I'm sure everybody has been, super impressed with this conversation. An insane amount of talent in this community, and it's definitely showing in this. So happy that we were able to do it. I know that a majority of the focus so far has been on marketing and what we could really do on that. I know that the DAO's coming. This lore thing that we're going to be creating for having a storyline behind these NFTs is really cool and could offer a lot of things on the marketing end. The crypto influencer side is definitely awesome. I know that there's a lot of projects that have taken this approach where it's been a more of like an entertainment influencer approach, and obviously that's pretty much ruled out at this point, and is killing a lot of projects just due to the paper hand bitches that we refer to. And somebody also brought up how we can kind of filter out the paper hands, and if we market to the right market, essentially the crypto market that's strong, that could strengthen us further, right? We have a majority of this community right now where we're super strong holders. We're diamond hand motherfuckers, like I keep repeating.
Yes, sir.
That's right, baby. And we're super proud of that. But is there any thoughts on target marketing established projects? Projects where we could actually grab these guys like who are hanging with the degen apes, who are hard holders in the Sol community. Is there any target marketing or any ideas for us to target them, bringing other projects, big holders into our project, rather than bringing just new people, which, sorry, so many people have been talking, but somebody who's insanely, obviously intelligent and well-spoken, who has been speaking today, referenced, how expensive, relative to USD. I don't even look at my bag as USD anymore. I'm like, fuck that shit. But relative to USD, how much that picture is worth. So, I guess the idea is whether or not we could explore options in regards to marketing to establish communities, rather than these target marketings and pulling new people in. Not to say that's complete shit, because I'm sure there's a lot of new people in here, in terms of this being their first NFT, who have been diamond holding motherfuckers, and you guys should definitely pat yourselves on the back, because I was not. I paper handed the shit out of my first NFT, so be proud of that. But not to say that we completely ignore that, meaning that community, but target marketing on communities that established, I think, would be really good. And if we could come up with some ideas on that, that would be dope. I just wanted to add that, and I don't know if you guys had already hit that point, because I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know how to work a mic, a volume control, so I didn't hear like fucking the first 10 minutes. But anyways, I just wanted to add that in there. Quick brainstorm on that. If you guys could throw that, like, jot that in your notes. If we could come up with something on that, and obviously collaborate as a community and come up with a solution, because it seems like, as I always also keep repeating in chat, there's a shit ton of talent in here. So I'm sure we could come up with something cool. But if there's anything on the devs end, if you guys have any kind of contacts with these big projects, where we can collab with them, whether it's all the crazy ass Twitter posts that we've been fucking doing and all that, whether it's anything, if we get in direct contact with these other established projects, maybe we can grab that community. I probably went on too long, and you guys know I just fucking talk too much.
No, sir, I want to hear fucking more of your luxurious voice.
Dude, you guys are so fucking sexy, baby. I'm be on OnlyFans. Every one of you, I'm gonna put it in chat. All right. Love you long time.
Nah, going back to like the big projects and shit like that, I feel like something like that, like, not to be repetitive with it, but I feel like something like that, like, imagine like a short fucking video where like it's a DGen ape featuring a Frenchie and like on some Tom and Jerry shit or some shit like that. Like, and then you post it on Twitter, and then like it's just something like that. I feel like they would see it and it's like, oh shit, that's fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know, just little things like that. I feel like you could do a lot more than we think, just off of the funny factor, and just like, oh shit, that's the fucker is a Frenchie and a DJ ape doing animated in a video or some shit.
Right.
But,
and I think we're sorry to interrupt, but we're definitely going to hit that part. I mean, that's like a given. We're going to be putting out those. Tobias, by the way, if you're fucking in here, you're amazing, dude.
Shouts out Tobias. He's a fucking
dude. Yeah,
idiot.
he's beast mode. He fucking taught me how to use a majority of these goddamn tools that I had no idea how to do. So so thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. For the community and just for fucking fun for me. But we'll hit that part like a motherfucker. But if we could get some sort of like anybody, I know A is super well connected in the community. If anybody has a contact to hit these guys, where we could do like a full on collab where these guys respond back, they hit their community, say, yo, what's a DGen ape without a Frenchie? Some kind of
or like
shit
tweetbacks
where we
something and they
exactly, where we could collab with them and market each other together. Because I would love to send those guys, us, right? I mean, I have a DGen ape myself, so. And I, majority of the people who have been in the NFT world for a little bit, yeah, I mean, we have a little bit of a collection now. But it's all about the community as a whole. And if we could hit those motherfuckers, I think we could definitely do some big moves. You know what I mean?
Now, you being in that community, like, what incentivizes those people to like, what would make them go, oh shit, I want a Frenchie? Like, because from what I know, at least from DJ Names, they don't have a ton of utility and nothing crazy like that, right?
Right. No, dude, that's a great question. And that's where, the community aspect, the community support, really makes a difference. If you, we've grown so much, and everybody can pretty much agree to the fact that we've grown so much as a community over the past, let's say, week or so. And we were able to, and this is just the absolute truth. And I understand the floor. I don't really look at the floor. I'm buying the floor. You guys know that.
Oh, bro, I
I'm
look at
buying
that
it like a
shit like 2 times a
motherfucker.
week.
The crazy thing about the
Yeah.
floor is the floor doesn't even fucking matter because anything between 1,000 and 2,000 rarity are being fucking swept like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I feel like in a sense it's good, and it's like I see
To
what you're
buy
saying. It appears bad, but to me, I look at it like a purge. Like we got to get these fuckers out of here that aren't gonna hold these things. So if they're
Yeah,
not gonna
that's right.
really be here, like someone's gonna hold them eventually. Like that's what the thought that we keep pushing the volume, pushing like the efforts in front of people, and volume keeps coming out. Like, even if it's not massive volume, people are seeing us. So as long as it's like fucking 100 Frenchies a week being sold, that's something.
Yeah, exactly. And I know I've been reiterating the fact that we're letting it FUD a little bit. And that's something that if you're in an established community in regards to the confidence in the community, that they let happen. You'll see that people will try to target the FUD, and they'll collaborate to post rapidly, and not buy their own apes, and then have the rest of the shit community kind of just dump their stuff, and then they take their apes off the list. I mean, the community is a big aspect of that. I mean, it's going to grow. Community is going to take time. But I think that's going to be really, to answer your question, in my opinion, I think the biggest difference is gonna be community. Not to say our community shit, because obviously it's fucking dope as fuck. But they are all on the same page in regards to what profit margins they should have, and they
You're
fluctuate
saying
accordingly. No, just as an example, I mean, you could see that, for any other strong project. I mean, and monkey business is the same as well. So, but that's what I think a majority of it is just a bunch of strong holders.
Yo, some crazy shit just happened.
What?
Oh my god, dude! Did you get my picture?
No, some boy.
Dumbass.
No, some homie just fucking snagged a Merle 54 minutes ago for 1.2.
A Merle?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, that kind of gives me type. See that? I saw one for like 3, but I was like, yeah, I have to like a Frenchie. If I don't like the way a Frenchie looks, like it could be at 2. So like if I saw that Merle at 1 and I didn't like it, probably wouldn't have got it.
Damn, that was a fucking snipe.
Yeah, no, that's a snipe, bro. That right there, like people are looking for snipes. Like that's what I keep seeing.
Another
like,
thing you got to look at is we're only at 2,000 for sale. Like people don't understand.
Yeah, but we was just at 1,800 the other day, bro. This is just people now just putting back in because they got $3 of royalty and they were expecting like one.
What happened was,
I mean, who cashes out for like jack? I don't even know.
No.
Like, why would anybody cash out right now?
People bought in, not reading the fucking announcement saying that your royalties are based off your weekly, and I think people for sure bought in thinking they were going to get the full fucking total volume of the 100%.
Yeah, nah, there was a few people I had to correct in the chat that was thinking that, and I was like, no, sorry, that'd be cool, but nah.
Tells me though that there's definitely a fuck ton of diamond handers. That's only 200 people that's 200 people that bought in thinking they were going to get the fucking.
Yeah, nah, bro, the floor didn't really, not knock on wood because I don't want to like jinx anything, but since the royalty dropped, the floor was, like you said, 200 Frenchies more got listed, I think. Wasn't anything like dramatic.
Yeah, that's nothing that fucking.
We're still down from, I think, like almost a week and a half ago, it was at like 2,700. So,
dude, no, there
slowly but surely.
3,500.
What? I'm just going off a screenshot that I have on my phone, but if it might have been before that, yeah.
No, like maybe the week after they were dropped, it was up to like 3,600.
Yeah, no,
And
so there's progress.
then it went to 2,700, and then it fucking had continued down. And right now, honestly, fucking 3 days ago, I was hyping up fucking to get down below 2,000, and we're just barely over that right now. So we're just gonna get these paper hand bitch motherfuckers out here.
OD.
That's what I've been saying. You can only sell the Frenchie once. Like if, for example, if you hold like 3 Frenchies and you sell them for 1 sol, you can do it only once. And people like you guys, you will just keep them in your wallets and collect royalties, and they will never appear in the market ever again, most likely.
Eventually, like, it might not be happening at a rapid pace like people want, but as long as the devs keep working, as long as this community stays strong, like we're gonna go through this cycle. We're gonna go through our own cycle. We're not gonna move like geckos. We're not gonna move like degen. We're gonna move like fancy Frenchies, and that's what people need to understand. We're gonna find our own path at our own rate. That's if things go how we want. Like I'm speaking with confidence that things are gonna go good. Anything's
I know
possible
things are
with
gonna
any
go good.
investment.
You can't look at these things and say it's not gonna go good.
Yeah, but you got to understand, you invest in anything is possible. But you can't sit there being like, oh, like people in the comments, oh, Project Zero, we're going to shit. Why are you investing in something? And like, do you buy Bitcoin and be like, oh, do you guys buy Bitcoin at 40,000 and be like, yeah, we're going to 20,000? Yeah, like no. You feel me? But
Ooh, this
Those are the
motherfucker.
same people.
Yo, if you guys want to look at a sexy motherfucker, 7767, all black pirate with the goggles, 6 attributes, all black with grills. He's a ooh-wee.
I'm not even by my laptop right now. But someone go snipe that.
No, for real. Where'd he go?
Someone already sniped it. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But
I get AMG still in it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just going through DMs.
So
And,
the DAO thing, this whole thing is gonna start tomorrow? There's gonna be an announcement about it. You said.
yeah, the official announcement will be tomorrow. There'll be 30K in the wallet to start, and then that's just going to be loaded up on a KuCoin. So,
and then how are we going to determine like, all right, this is what we're going to vote on? Is there going to be like a pre-vote? Like, okay, we're going to discuss something, and then.
So I sent some stuff in the DAO that basically like is how to write up a proposal for how do we use the funds and shit like that. And if people can like write up actual proposals and actual plans to use those funds correctly, and people vote on that, that's how we can start a pre-vote for the main vote, you know?
But who's talking right now? I thought that was AMG.
No, winner.
Gotcha. Wait, so you said what? There's like a form that people could fill out?
Yeah, no, I sent a couple forms that my friends have wrote to other DAOs as a proposal to get funding for their events or for whatever, you know. But it's basically a layout of like the reason why, right, and a bunch of other like technical things, like this is what is going to benefit and how it's going to benefit.
Okay,
and basically why we're using the funds.
So you're saying we should use a system where holders have to fill that out, so they're not just like going into a chat and just typing, yo, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this.
Yes, yeah. Okay, it has to be an actual perform because like it just makes more sense like that, you know?
I definitely agree, 100%.
It has to be concise, you know, thought out. Like chatting is not a concise
we
thought.
We want someone like on a form, like kind of filling it out, like yo, like kind of like a loan, like yo, I want this loan because da 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 da.
It's
so we want
literally a business plan.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We want to be able to
we want a thorough
announce it or post it in the DAO chat so that because if you just post it in the conversation, like in the chat, it'll get lost.
Oh
so
yeah, 100%.
5 hours from now, won't be able to see it.
It'll throw people off. They have ideas that they're trying to build on. But
exactly. So we'll have like a section where everyone can post proposals. Like the proposals can be posted and reviewed by the community, and then the decisions will be made.
Okay. So I was just gonna ask that actually. So like when you get the proposals, like I don't know, let's say you get 10 proposals, and you're gonna put all those 10 proposals up, and then the community votes, or would it be like 10 proposals, I guess you said what? There's gonna be like a select council or something of DAO leaders or something.
Yeah, so that'll be a select group of people that will just kind of be in closer contacts with us and the community. So they'll
Okay, so they
kind of
wouldn't be really in charge of like any reviewal process of the proposals.
Yeah, like they could post polls and things like that. But it's pretty much run by the community. So as long as everyone's presented with the proper information, everybody can make their own decision based on either a poll, or if it's something more complex that a poll won't be able to resolve, we'll figure that out as well.
Hey, yo,
Okay.
one thing, if it could be possible, if there could be a dev like in the chat every 6 hours, just to fucking, I mean, hopefully we're getting all these paper hand bitches out of here, but if we could get a dev like every 6 hours just to say what's up, and then be like, are there any soldiers out here that'll fucking, you know, relay the message that we're in here doing work? I think that would be huge to get confidence into this community for like European hours and whatnot. Like I screenshot messages and whatnot and try and send them to our soldiers that are up during fucking European hours. But if we could get like one dev to come in for literally 5 minutes and just say, "Hey, what's up? We're in here. We're putting in work every single day." Or
Yeah,
they don't even have to do it every day, but like if they could do it and just give confidence to the people, because people right now I feel like don't think the devs are doing anything, because I always
Yeah,
say
I
you know what
I
it is,
mentioned this
bro?
before, and I think what we need to do is so when the DAO comes out, right, we will have community leaders, right, and these community leaders will have maybe a group call once every week with the developers, so they have a very good understanding of the things that are getting done behind the scene. And these community leaders, they don't have to have the dev status, but for them to be recognized to have certain position of influence, so that they're the ones that can be in the chat when all the devs are sleeping. I think that could also be good enough instead of devs having to be here. But that's just my suggestion.
100%, but we have to have a little like you said, the DAO, we need to have a little information that we can like put on quotes based off of like a dev, so people aren't just
Sure.
just not just taking our word for it. We need to like actually have verification saying we know that this is going on. We can't give you too much information because previously, like on the second AMA that we had, wasn't very good, and they said they're not going to give any false promises, which I believe that's why devs aren't out speaking, is because they're not going to say anything that they can't make true. So we need to be able to say they are working on this, and give people the hope and the knowledge of shit is going on behind the scenes. Like it's not that they're not doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. You know what it is? I feel like people will hear about this now. We had an AMA yesterday, and then 2 days will go by with a little dev contact, and they're like, "Oh my God, where are they? Where's the devs? Did they abandon us?" And it's like, dude, they were just talking to us 2 days ago.
No, 100%.
Dweller was just in the chat for like an hour, 30 minutes. AMG was just here the day before for like an hour, 30 minutes, whatever the case. I do agree. I think sporadically throughout the day, maybe even if it's like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, just hop in, maybe say something, a little update, like they said, just to those people that
Exactly.
exaggerate
The
and
doubters.
really
Look,
just
Just
want to
give them,
see true dev interaction. At least get it,
exactly. That's all
just
they
for the
need.
peace of mind.
yeah, dude, like
Exactly.
Give them a
you're
quick get
you're on the
some.
I'm all about the
toilet
creative process.
about
I don't
5
think
to 10
anything
minutes a
should be
day
rushed.
anyways.
Give
No,
him
I
a quick
agree.
get
As
some, bro.
we're supposed to have a dev on pretty much on almost every hour of the day. I've been on every night for the past few nights.
Yeah, no, you've been doing
I've
You
been
know,
a
popping
great
in at
job.
least.
you guys have been
No,
pretty.
I agree with you guys though. You guys are 100% right. Like there needs to be a dev on, especially at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
If you're
not even like
being
on all day to talk for like an hour. Just a little like,
Yes.
oh, what's going on? Da, da, da. Just so like when
I
people,
mean,
because there's people that don't even come in now that'll come in tomorrow and be like, oh, again, no devs, and it's just like, just to like kind of like, yo, we're here. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
perfect
no, I
time for
agree.
you guys to even like do that is like literally on the toilet. You know, you guys are there chilling. Might as well fucking open up Discord. You know.
Because sometimes it's
Exactly.
like
Or
it gets
even
so
just
repetitive sometimes with people, bro. Like, oh, where are the devs? I'm like, dude, like you missed them. Tough luck. This is not my fault. Like just because you weren't here when they were here doesn't mean they're not here.
I
Also,
had to
though,
help me
my
so
you
my
many
know what?
times.
DMs are open too. I'm like I'll go throughout the day. I'll get DMs and I'll answer them if I can on the spot. If it's something more complex, usually I'll answer them at nighttime when I'm on like right now. But my DMs are always open. You could tell anyone to DM me. If
Okay.
they can DM
Yeah,
me,
dude,
some people
you've been a
can't. Some people
fucking
can't.
G. The
Send
only
me
problem though is that
send
there's too much being put on your shoulders. You know, we gotta even if it's just one other dev, you know, to put. I mean, I know everyone's working hard, but you know, I don't want you to fucking wear yourself out. But if we could just get a little information, like they were saying, like I've said, or they were re-mentioning, 5 minutes a day, like they were saying, shitting on the toilet, like it doesn't take that much for them to say, hey, what's up, we're doing this. And also people should be like I do, take screenshots, and when you're going to bed, send them to people that are in Europe time or whatever.
I think we lost you.
You know what I'll start doing too is if I'm up, I'll take screenshots and I'll just
Hello,
pin
can
it.
you hear me? No.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Okay, my bad. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, what's up?
I just pitched in here.
Who is this? Tobias?
Yeah, it's me.
So
Okay, nice to
ah,
meet
my
you.
man.
This guy.
Tobias.
Yeah, I just woke up here.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Well, I have a question, if you don't mind me.
Speak,
Yeah,
buddy.
for sure.
Okay, so obviously I just jumped in here, so I probably
Sorry,
missed
Toby. I
most.
gotta interrupt, bro. Sorry, Toby. Toby, I love you, man. Go ahead. I was muted. I heard you come in here, and I was like, oh shit, it's Toby.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Heffleby, by the way. I just want to
Most
say
business, Toby.
I just want to say you're the best. All right, I'll mute myself now. I talk too much.
No, I love you guys too. I appreciate it. Well, I just wonder, like, why are the devs or the rest of the team not more I guess present or communicating in the Discord group?
We was just talking about that.
Well, everyone
Yes,
from the team, admin.
I mentioned it earlier, so I'm working on kind of restructuring the way things are set up. The team is still active. They're like things are still in motion. It's just not moving as fast as I would like it to be. So I'm trying to take control of more things and make more changes so that things can get done um, with the urgency, like in a timely manner, like they need to be. There's like the team is still on board. There's just some that are not as committed or it's not as much as a priority to them as it should be. So internally, there's some things that are being changed and some changes that are being uh, made to improve that in that sense. But aside from that, I can give you a quick update on other things that you might have missed because you just joined. I'm going to be hopping off soon. So we went through the DAO. The DAO, we're going to have community leaders. You're also one of the leaders that I was trying to reach out to. So we're setting that up. That should be good to go tomorrow. There will be 30K in the wallet to begin with, and that'll be in a coupon wallet. Community can decide whatever they want to do with that. We also discussed a YouTube channel, which we'll be implementing, which will have like animations, educational videos, crypto updates, things like that, just to get more engaged. Anyone else can chime in here too. I'm just gonna go through my notes real quick.
So for anyone that's like any devs that actually are like not on board 100% with this project, is there any way they could be booted and then replaced with somebody that actually is, and then you know maybe put out a few fingers to try and get people to replace their spot to make this project, you know, fucking moon? Because I know there's
Of course.
not myself personally, I'm fucking computer illiterate, but I know in this community that there's people that know exactly what the fuck they're doing that could make this project amazing.
No, I agree. That's 100% possibility. Like that is definitely not off the table. The community is sorry, not the community. The devs are still down. It's just like I was saying. It's not things shouldn't take as long as they do sometimes. It's frustrating, especially on my end. But I'm trying to fix all that to make sure that things can get done in a timely manner. Our community is super strong, super talented people. So
Now,
whatever
do you think they're
community
not?
can do,
Do you think they're not
yeah, go ahead.
100% focused because they're working on other projects? Because if that is, I feel like definitely the DAO and everybody should find replacements for that for people that are focused 100% on this project.
No, not necessarily other projects. Just like me personally, I run a couple businesses. I'm getting rid of one of my businesses, not getting rid of, I'm selling one of my businesses so I could focus more on things like this. It did take off a lot faster than most people, I guess, expected, or they didn't expect kind of how much aftermath there would be. So they're just not prepared. That's why things are slower. So it's not like they don't want to do anything. Just some people weren't prepared, and like
No,
there's
I
supposed to be a
understand.
Discord. There's
I
supposed to be
understand.
a Discord, a dev in the Discord. There's pretty much supposed to be someone that's in charge of Discord completely. That person really early on, I don't know. Some people may or may not have noticed. I'm not really going to get into it though. Really early on after Mint, they were no longer part of the project. So some of you might not even know who that is. Some of you might, but like that's been changed. Things like that. So I'm working right now on kind of getting control of everything because there's a lot of moving parts. There's like the art section. There's the
Has there
marketing.
been a new person set in charge of Discord?
Yeah.
Okay,
There
good.
has been.
Sweet. Because if not, I was
Same
gonna
thing with
vote Huckabee. I was gonna vote Huckabee into that bitch because he's a fucking
yeah.
P.
Huckabee is good. Another thing, because I'm just going through my notes right now before I head off, that I just want to update people that might have missed it at the beginning. Clyde, I'm not sure if he's still with us. Clyde's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
On
Sure, people to deal with.
Yeah, he's working on a game. He can give you more updates if you'd like. If you didn't hear what he said earlier, just maybe shoot him a PM. I'm sure he'd be happy to update you. But other than that, I'm gonna be hopping off. I really enjoy doing this. I don't mind doing this. Like,
Sorry,
it's
do
more
you
of a
touch
casual
one
thing.
last quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Wow, thanks. Okay, so yes, was just having it on my mind. Is there a way to get to know the admin team better and to get to know the background of each one of you?
Yeah. So once like the restructuring is done, we're gonna have a full about us section and also who's in charge of what. So that way, even for the community, if there's something technical that you guys see that needs to be brought to someone's attention, you'll know who to go to, or if there's like a marketing opportunity or something like that, we're gonna have the about us as well as the kind of their roles, so you'll know who to contact for what kind of things or what kind of information.
Okay, but I was thinking like more specifically like your like personal or business background, like what you're doing, what you have been doing before this project.
Yeah, so that'll be all on the about us as well. Like each
Okay.
each dev will have their own personal section with kind of their
That's great.
current standing and their past history.
Yeah. I just think it's like it would create more transparency, which I think would be good for the project.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, AMG, dude, I fucking love everything you've done tonight, but you sound like you're tired. I think it's time for us to wrap it up and just ask for some final questions.
For sure. Any final questions, let me know. I'm tired. I ate a lot. It's a long weekend, so I got the itis. I ate way too much today.
FYI, I posted a short summary in Fancy DAO, so if you guys have anything to add to that or to correct me, then please do so.
Awesome, I appreciate you. But yeah, if there's any other last questions before I hop off, if not, like I was saying, I enjoy doing this. I could do this a couple nights a week. It's more of a casual thing, but yeah, we could just hop in here, discuss some things, get updates. I'm cool with that.
I'm here to
In
hang.
addition to
4:30 my time. We're good.
awesome. Yeah, in addition to the announced AMAs and everything as well. Because I know a lot of people aren't active right now. A lot of people don't see the conversations we have, or they don't hear about what we're talking about. But yeah, if you do want to keep doing this, you guys could stick around too once I'm gone. But if you guys do keep on, if you guys do want to continue this, let me know.
I was just about to say that for anyone that's actually in here, I feel like even just this, because we've had this voice chat for like maybe a week and a half or two, and there's been very few people in here. I say AMG, he's got his shit to do and let him get to rest. But after that, if you guys want to hang out and talk, I say we, hang out in here instead of just talking. And I mean, obviously it's good to talk within the fucking Discord, but if you guys want to chill in here and discuss things personally about the project, I think we should do it.
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. Building up that community, we can actually hear each other's voices instead of just reading our chats.
For real, and actually
sarcasm will actually work.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be reading sarcasm.
You guys are super funny though. I'm not gonna lie. I get some
Hey,
good laughs in the
AMG.
chat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, what's up, man? So I have an idea here. I've been part of a chat and obviously pre-mint. Good job on the project. And a few things I've noticed which kind of, tend to, mess with people or have them like lower the price or start like panic selling and anything. If we could have more mods, like take control of the chat. I know me and Ace been talking a lot through the chat and like he's been doing a great job, but if we could have a little bit more, few people that are active, that are in contact with you guys, because I see a lot of people that kind of like, if you guys are late on an announcement or something like that, they start panicking. So if we could have somebody that is more in contact with you guys, so if something like that comes up, we could always like hop on the chat, like guys, like they're working on it, just give them a little bit more time, like give them more updates, because obviously this stuff takes time, and people that are new to NFTs, they tend to panic real quick. So what do you think?
No, I agree with you. The DAO leaders could definitely step in there, as well as we'll have more mods on board. We'll also have more admins active during the day. I especially want more admins on during European hours, because I'm not super active during those hours, and I know there's a lot of fun. Like the Europeans are pretty brutal. They're good.
Shouts out to Tobias. He's a beast.
Yeah.
I always shoot him screenshots of when.
Yeah, go ahead.
When's the DAO rolling out?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Okay.
Just gotta finalize like last things, kind of chat with the people that were referred to be leaders and whatnot. I'm just trying to add them all into a group chat so we can give them a quick rundown. So they'll also be updated with what's going on. So we'll do calls and stuff, so they can also relay information to members in the community at different hours of the day and stuff.
And
yeah,
also,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. Who are the devs here?
So in this chat right now, it's just me.
No, but like in the whole team, like who are the developers?
Okay, so there's Fancy. There's me. There's Fancy Triz, Fancy A. Fancy A he's the main coder. So he's always online, but he's always coding. He's not really super active in the chat.
Yeah,
he's always working. Whenever you see him online, he's working. There's Skydweller and Emil.
And are you all coders?
Not all of us. we have Fancy A, which is the head dev, like the head coding dev, and he's got a couple people that aren't in the chat that are or aren't admins that code with him as well.
Okay.
Is
And he's a good guy.
is Skydweller still a part of?
Yeah, Skydweller.
What about
still here.
Pho?
Oh yeah, sorry. He's he's definitely involved.
Homie's tired. Let him get to bed.
Yeah, I'm super tired, guys.
Let him get to bed.
So I'm
We'll
gonna
hang
hop
out.
off.
We'll hang out and talk. Let him get to sleep.
I'll try to come back on tomorrow. Like I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll try to hop in voice chat. I prefer voice chat just because
100%. We can actually talk.
Yo, AMG, just real quick. Just do it. Just DM me. He told me to tell you to DM him.
Sorry, my AirPod died there, so I didn't catch anything for like the last 10, 20 seconds.
Just do it. But can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no, just do it. DM'd me. He said just to tell you to DM him. That he tried to DM you.
Okay, perfect. I'll check it out. But yeah, what I was saying was I would prefer, like, I enjoy doing the calls just because there's a lot of different chats and it's hard kind of keeping up with every chat and switching back and forth. So I'll hop on call whenever I can, and whoever's on could just hop in. It'll be more of a casual thing. But then the AMAs and stuff like that, that'll be announced with set dates and times.
Gotcha. Sounds
awesome.
good.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna hop off.
Good, bro.
Thank you guys for coming. Shoot me a DM if any other questions or anything that wasn't addressed or that you want clarification on or anything like that. I'll be more than happy to respond in the morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.